You was live.
Hey,
Thank
I'm
you.
trying to take care of you, honey.
No, I appreciate you. I was just telling you, give you a answer. This ain't right.
Huh?
Today Wednesday, right? Yeah.
If I go in the door, will you be able to see me?
I don't think so. I could turn it a little bit. I turned it. It's okay. It's okay. What's up, Aaliyah? Hey, Shar. Hey, Dina. What's up, Sheila? Hey, Brooke. Hey, Antoinette. What's up, Dash? Hey, Sheridan. What's going on, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Hi, Heather. Thank you, Brooke. What's up? What's up, William? What's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Kia. Hey, Nathan. What's up? What's happening, y'all? Man, it's a nice ass day. It's like 75 degrees right now, y'all. It feels so good. Thank you, Dina. How y'all doing? How's your week? How's your day? Hi, Elizabeth. I jumped on real quick. I was supposed to put a video out today, y'all, but what happened? Just I just be getting sidetracked. I recorded another video. I did a mukbang today, which is cool. I got that done. But then I was doing a vlog, and I need to wash my hair it's a wash day, and I haven't washed my hair yet. So I'm not in Florida. I'm so happy you say my name right. Thanks. Oh, people call you Kaya. Good. Just ready for the clock to hit 5. Pretty darn good. How are y'all? We doing pretty good. It's been a good week. Hi, Yvette. I'm good. How are you? Hi, Riri. Hi, Paula. I'm having a pretty good day. It's raining. No, it's a nice ass day. I think the high was like 77 today. It's really, really nice. It feels so good. I've sat out on the deck a few times today. Week has been good, but honestly, as usual, a boy is messing with my head. Really? Giving you the runaround? Hi, Tater. That. What's going on? How you doing? Happy Wednesday to you. What y'all been doing? Shit, working, getting stuff done. I've been working on my end of the road story time because I keep on bouncing back and forth between how I want to tell the story. Honey has been working. I've been doing that. I've been thinking about content that I want to put out this month. I've been filming, cooking. Thank you, Paula. The sun has you glowing. Thank you. I love the sun. And I'm so glad that it's out and I can sit in it. I just put my man out. For real? How you feeling? You okay? What's wrong, babe? All them things? Oh, you okay? I mean, how you feeling? You okay? Um, I got to get back into the rhythm of storytelling. So the story time I'm gonna tell y'all today is really something that I thought about that happened to me when I was younger, and then like something happened when I was like in my 30s, and then I thought about it today, and I told my mom about it, and it was her first time hearing about it. Then she said something, and I was like, "Damn, is that what that is?" So I'll tell y'all in a minute. Yep, that natural light is working for you. I love your mukbangs. I watched it. Thank you. What's up, Key? Stop letting them niggas play with you. You're the prize. Okay. I know. I didn't put the podcast out. I know. I'm slipping. I am not being as consistent as I would like to. But the reality of it is the podcast might just be bi-weekly, to be honest. Like, because it seemed like the week be coming so quick. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to record. But thank you for listening to the episodes. If you haven't listened to the podcast, please check it out. I got like 30 some episodes on there. Rhonda's Rehab. Hey Kia. Tater that. That's okay. Time for a new start and God bless. That's right. New start. You just made me feel good about myself and the sun. Yeah, the sun, man. The sun is everything. It's crazy how like when we have vitamin D deficiencies, how much it affects our body. And of course the sun is a solution. Like I take supplements and stuff, but nothing beats the sun. So, I know I got to appreciate the sun because it ain't going to be out as much as I would like it to be while I'm here. Plenty fish in the sea. Shit, I'm doing okay. Probably hasn't hit me, but God's got me. Whew, I'll have to send it to you for a story time. Damn. some shit went down, but I'm glad that you did what was best for you. I mean, it's hard to let go of relationships. Like we get comfortable. We get comfortable. You know what I mean? Like we don't want to deal with having to be, learning eventually having to meet somebody else, learn their isms and your isms and, all that shit. So it's really easy to just continue to be with somebody just because. I'm gonna try to son is the best about our life. All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all this story time. You were putting in some serious work, babe, but let me tell you something. I appreciate it. I do.
It's okay, honey.
You're killing me. I look forward to those every Wednesday, but I understand there's just aren't enough hours in a day to complete everything. That is so true. It is so true. The son and my ex got the same thing in common, draining as hell. I wonder if I've ever been the person that was draining. I'm sure I have been. I'm pretty sure I have been. I'm single. It's hard. Some people just ain't shit. No, they not. And some people ain't gonna be shit the rest of their life. Ain't being shit, ain't gonna be shit. Which is crazy. It's wild. But I also think about this, like how much our environment influences us, like not to be shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine growing up in an environment where somebody treats you any kind of way, takes advantage of you, yells at you all the time, treats you, there's no respect, because I believe in respecting children as well, young adults, children. I believe there has to be a level of respect. Um, and you have that and you go into the world and you don't know anything but that. Some people recover and some people don't. They're only doing and mimicking what they're used to. You know what I'm saying? What up, doe? What's up, T? What's going on? How you doing? My son's middle child. And I've been with this man the entire time. Oh, your son's a middle child. Got you. Looks like a relief sometimes. Just take care and get on loving the unit. That's crazy. Your whole life just ain't shit sad. I mean, it is sad, but that's how some people, that's how it is. And they don't even realize that they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like, well, this is how I was raised. This is how I was talked to. This is how I was treated. If you don't have anything else to go off of, or nobody has ever been in your life to show you something different, you know what I'm saying? Because like think about it, like when you just are off in the world, now you're an adult and you have to take care of yourself. You've never been shown any type of love. You've been around dysfunction. It's a crisis all the time. It's trauma. It's drama. It's all this stuff all the time. That's all you know. So you have to have something to come into your life to help to show you different. Like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to be doing that, or I'm not supposed to talk to people like that. You know what I mean? Like somebody has to show you the ropes. And sometimes people don't, they never get that, you know? I love when the sun hits my face. It's normal to them. Yep. Yeah, it is. And it's sad. It's very sad. But I know a few people that if they didn't have the best upbringing, but they were able to eventually get into some type of environment that helped them, you know, to understand that there was more to life than just the trauma, the drama, the dysfunction. Like they had a chance to, get out of that cycle. Because that's really what it is a cycle. Yep, you got to break the cycle. Something has to help you get out of it. You know what I'm saying? So, or you need to be on your own and decide you're going to treat yourself better. I think you can still be on your own and still not know that you need to treat yourself better, treat yourself or others better if you've been mistreated your entire life. I do see that because I mean, there are certain things about me that are just deeply ingrained because of who my parents are. Like I literally became or understood how certain things were done because they were doing it. I saw them do it over and over and over again. And luckily, those were positive things that helped me to, connect with other people, build relationships, to be loving, to be kind, and all that stuff, right? But some people don't have that. And so if you're on your own by yourself and there's nothing else around you to influence you to be better, that's difficult. That could be difficult. Fully recovering from the vid and having multiple deaths happen back to back, but I'm here and grateful. I'm sorry about all your losses. I'm so sorry about that, man. It's so hard losing people. Very, very hard. You know, true. If you don't know what's good, yeah, it feels like it's harder. Exactly. So I hope that, people eventually get it. And I know everybody's not gonna get a chance to experience that, um, but yeah, so I wanted to go live because I didn't put my video out today. Feel like I've been editing all day. All right, so I'm gonna tell my story time real quick, y'all. Then I'm gonna do would you rather, and that's all I got planned for this live. Okay. All right. So this story time, I don't even know. Like, I feel like this is kind of all over the place, but I'm gonna tell you. Okay. So when I was like, I don't know, 7. When I was like 7 years old, this is around the time when I got my first Nintendo. Right. What's up, Crystal? What's going on? How you doing? So like around 7 years old, I got my first Nintendo. So this was in the 80s, right? And I was so excited about getting this gaming system. I used to stay up late all the time, like all the time. I would be up, my parents would. I didn't really have a bedtime. So I eventually went to sleep, or if I woke up in the middle of the night, I'll play my game, whatever. And um, you know how it is. Like when you go to bed late at night, you might be tossing and turning, or you're restless or whatever, right? And so, what's up, DNA? My day has been good. How are you? And so, anyways, when I was 7, it was one night I had, got up, went to the restroom, came and got back in the bed. And I remember this night so vivid too. Like, and you know how like the stillness of the night is? I don't know, like at 3, 4 in the morning, there's like the stillness that I just can't really explain. It's just you could tell that it's the dead center of the night and it's like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I go to the bathroom, I come back to the bathroom, I mean back to my room, and I go back to sleep, right? I go back to sleep, but then I wake up. But I wake up because I feel something like, when you could feel like somebody is watching you, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, of course, I didn't probably have that language when I was that age, but I jumped up, and when I jumped up, I looked at the edge of my bed. I had a twin size bed, and my bed was like kind of in the middle of the room, right? So I jumped up, and what's up, Queen? What's going on? How you doing? It's good to see you. I jumped up, and as I opened my eyes, right, and it was a little girl sitting on my bed, but she was like on this red tricycle. She had on red and white, and she had 3 ponytails, like a ponytail in the back and 2 on the sides, right? And I was scared because I didn't really know if she was real or not, because she looked like she was sitting like on my back. Her bike was on my bed, and then it disappeared, and then I was just so scared because I'm like, I was a scary child, like scary, shy, quiet, and would run to my parents for anything, right? So but I was so scared to run to the room because I had to like run past her that I didn't get up and run, right? So I just remember being scared, and I probably put my head on, back. I lay back down and put like my cover like over my head and went back to sleep or whatever. And I don't think I ever said anything to my parents, right? What's up, C? So that just happened, right? And it might have happened again, but I remember that time distinctly, right? So fast forward, I'm like, I don't know, 34, 35 years old. And the place that I'm living in, I've been living here for like 5 years. So I'm very accustomed to it. And so one night one of my friends came over, and we was drinking, having a good time. I'm talking about having a good time. She came over, we ordered food, and Beyonce's album had just came out. So she was a really, really big Beyonce fan, and we played Beyonce the entire night. We were singing, doing choreography, all kind of shit, looking at the visuals. We was doing everything, right? So we having a good time, drinking loud, whatever. And like I said, I've been in my apartment complex for 5 years, and I've never had a complaint, right? Ever. I've always been a really good tenant. So we're dancing, having a good time. Next morning, she ended up leaving or whatever. She was fine. My ass was hungover. And I remember my apartment complex called me like, "Hey, Rhonda, you have we're calling about a complaint that you received." I'm like, "What happened?" And they were like, something about Beyonce, and you were really loud until like 3, 4 in the morning, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, "Well, shit, probably I was drinking. I had a good time. It'll never happen again. Like, that's my bad. I apologize." Right. So I was tired, hungover. I'm trying to, eat some soup and trying to feel better, whatever. Cause this was like on a Friday. So now this is like Saturday morning. So I'm trying to, feel better. I'm kind of, going in and out of sleep. I didn't have anything to do that day, right? So I wake up, I don't know, it's like the middle of the day. I wake up, and when I wake up, I can't see out my left eye, right? Everything is dark, right? So it's 3 o'clock. So I mean, there's like my blinds and stuff are open. It wasn't like it was pitch black. I couldn't see out my left eye. I could see out of my right eye, but not my left. And I covered my right eye, and I'm looking out of my left eye. It's completely pitch black, just completely black. Nothing, because you know how like your eye might be a little fuzzy. No, I couldn't see shit. I couldn't see the outline of nothing. Everything was just pitch black. And so I'm like, oh fuck, right? So I'm like, I'm scared because I'm like, oh shit, am I losing my sight? So sit up in the bed, and I'm like covering my eyes, and like, I'm doing this, like kind of shaking myself out of it because I'm like, am I awake? Like, what's going on, right? So my sight is now coming back, right, in both eyes, right? And so I finally come to and I wake up, right? Y'all, I see the little girl again, the same girl that I saw when I was 7 years old. I see the red tricycle, I see the red and white outfit, I see her ponytails, everything. And I'm like, oh shit. So I jump out the bed and I'm scared, right? I jump out of the bed. And like for me, I guess it felt leery too because it was the middle of the day. I don't know why I only expect scary shit to happen at night. But girl that I saw when I was 7 years old in my room, right? So I get out of bed, whatever, right? So we had this new assistant manager in the apartment complex. So the way that the complex was set up is that when you had packages, you had to come pick your packages up in the office, right? So whatever could fit in your mailbox, you would get it, and everything else would be inside of the office, right? So, they would send you notifications and you could just come picking up whatever. So I had got a notification, but I hadn't made it up to the office yet. So this new assistant manager decides that he wants to go deliver packages to people, you know, at their apartment complexes because he's trying to like build relationships and, be cool with the tenants, right? So he comes to I get a knock at my door and I'm like, who is it? He says his name. He says that he's a new assistant manager. So I go and I open the door. Now, mind you, I had just seen a little girl probably like 15 minutes before this. So I'm still a little bit shook. And I open the door and he's dressed in red, right? He's dressed in red and he hands me over a package. And you know how you have packages that have like all these labels and stuff on it. And the package had 635 on it, right? Number 635. And 635 was the first three digits of my phone number at the house that I lived in at the time when I was 7. And I thought about all of this today, y'all, right? So then I'm like, oh shit. So when I'm thinking about it today, I go to my mom and I'm like, Mom, like, do you know anything about the people that owned our house before we moved in it? The house we lived in when I was 7. And she was like, no, why? So I'm telling her the story. And she was like, this is my first time hearing about that, Rhonda. I'm like, I don't even know why I just thought about it. It just popped in my mind, whatever. And so I'm telling her about the little girl. And so she was just like, Rhonda, that sounds like it was you. She was like, I used to, do your ponytails like that. She was like, that red tricycle, you had a red tricycle. She was like, you had a strawberry shortcake tricycle. So it was red. And you also had you used to wear these red pants with like this red and white shirt. And so I'm like, oh shit. And so I never thought about it being me, but I'm thinking back, I don't remember what the girl's face looks like. I can remember like her hair and her outfit and the bicycle, right? So then I start looking at I looked it up to see what it meant when you see visions of yourself, right? And so what it said, if you dream about seeing yourself as a kid, it could mean that you're feeling the strain of adult life. As a dream of this nature could also indicate that you haven't come to terms with something from your childhood or that you want to return to something that was important to you as a kid. The dream involves a child shows a complex relationship with yourself, others, and the world around you. And I'm thinking about it like, damn, maybe that has something to do with I feel like I definitely had a complex relationship with myself and other people. And when I say other people, I feel like when I had that tough period of my life, when my parents we were struggling with, we were having a really hard time around my sexuality. And also just struggling with myself, like knowing who I was. And, I feel like I had a hard time coming into myself as a child. I feel like I was just very dependent on I didn't really have like a sense of independence as a kid, I just wanted to be up under my parents all the time, even though I always was around my cousins. I loved being around my cousins, but I was also okay if I didn't have my cousins because I could just be with my parents and be content. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't the kind of child to like do activities and be outgoing. And I just wanted to be shy and sit in my room and be with my parents all the time. So I feel like I definitely have had a complex relationship with myself, and the different phases that I've gone through, just even accepting myself and understanding myself. So it was crazy just like hearing my mom say because I never ever thought about it being me, me seeing myself when I was 7, the girl that showed up when I was 7 years old, and also seeing it again in my 30s. And also maybe it was a reminder about my inner child. I don't know. You know what I mean? Your inner child is very important. It's a lot of things from childhood, that we have to come to grips with in our adult life because our childhood plays such a big part of, who we become. Um, but yeah, y'all, it was just crazy thinking about that, just like tying the pieces of everything together and like telling my mom and like her asking, do I feel like it's me? And I'm like, maybe it was shit. I don't know. But like when I woke up that day and y'all, and I couldn't see out of my eye, the shit was just crazy. Like it's never happened again, and I've never had issues with my eyes. You know what I mean? Like I go and get my eyes checked out regularly, and I don't have any issues or anything like that. But anyway, that's my story time, y'all. About just kind of how eerie it was, just seeing like this, I guess, vision of myself. Um, because like my mom was like describing my tricycle to me when I that I had when I was a kid, and I was like, oh shit, like I did have that tricycle or whatever. But that's my little story, y'all. It's even scarier in the middle of the day because we've always expected something to only happen at night. Hey Rhonda, how are you doing? How is your mom doing? I just love her. She's beautiful. My daughter saw my grandma. She died before, like a year before she passed. She told me this lady, and it was my grandma who she saw with her hands behind her when my daughter was born. She passed. Amazing how the brain works to tell you something you need to know. You may not know at the time, but it may take yeah, it took years for me to just kind of make the connection. You know what I mean? Like just reminding me, I think again to hold on to my inner child and the complexities that I would experience with myself and other people, which is true. Um, you know what I'm saying? Because it's very complex to really be okay with who you are. You know, because so many of us are fighting to be what everybody else wants us to be. Like so many of us, and myself included. Like I feel like that I was never living a life that belonged to me. I feel like I wasn't in the driver's seat for a very long time. And it's not easy when you finally do get in the driver's seat. Sometimes you want to jump back in the passenger seat or the back seat because that's what you're so used to. And yeah, being in the driver's seat of your own life is not easy if it's not something you've always done. Um, but it's just one of those things. Um, already my Amy did see my grandma. She told me what she had on. I wonder what she came to her. Amy does share her name. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's my story. And I think a lot of it too is like I think I need to like just tap in and check in with my inner child too. I think I've done a pretty good job of being mindful of what younger Rhonda needed and understanding why I was the way that I was, you know. Because it's really crazy just thinking about how I am now versus who I was as a kid. And it's like clearly you change, you know what I'm saying? But as quiet and shut off as I was to people, it's so crazy how much I love to communicate and be around people now. And I easily connect with people and I love that. I really, really love being able to connect with people. Like I really feel like that's my superpower, honestly, is being able to connect with people. I may not have all the answers and stuff like that, but I feel like I can have a pretty good conversation really with anybody. Because I always feel I love talking to people because you learn so much from other people when you just sit and just listen or just kind of talk and engage. And I've picked up a lot of meaningful things from other people, a lot. So um, thank you for listening. I appreciate y'all listening to my story time. Like, man, it was crazy. What's up, Janae? What's going on? It's good to see you. Rhonda, you're an empath. I know. I definitely am. I for sure am. I'm definitely an empath. Yeah, for sure. Like I can take on people's emotions. And I'll tell you something. One thing I had to learn when I realized, like, when I understood the language of what that is, I think about all the times in my life when I've been so consumed with everybody else's problems and their issues and crying and breaking down and being stressed and overextending myself to fix their situation. I realized that, even in all of that, when I started to understand boundaries, it's like I could still care about you and still want the best for you or still feel, I give my heart in terms of what you're experiencing and not overextend myself at the same time. I think I really struggled with that when I first started YouTube. Because I think also too, I was a people pleaser when I first started YouTube. I'm not now, but I was one. I was still kind of like at the end, like kind of like finding my way at the tail end of it. And I really found myself overextending myself to people. Like people would reach out to me with their problems, and I would just be messaging and emailing all day. And they send me 2 pages, I'm gonna send back 3 pages of a response. So I spent a lot of time going back and forth with people and their issues and what they were going through. You know, um, yeah, it's crazy. Have you ever noticed how you'll think of someone out the blue and that person comes up in conversation or you hear of them like 3 times, then you see them? I've definitely felt like I've talked people up for sure. Yeah. I don't communicate that well, sadly. It Do you feel like it's something that you want to work on? I really, communication is so tough. Communication is such a complex thing, and we have different styles of communication, so it can be tough. It can be really hard connecting with certain people because your styles are so different, you know? You're an empath as well as I. I will start crying about someone else's sad. I'll be crying. I'll be so involved. I'll be invested. How can I fix it? What can I do? Who can I call? Should I give money? Should I? That's how I used to be. I used to really overextend myself, but I've gotten so much better, way better. Because I can't. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, one of the best things I've heard somebody say. Shout out to my friend Sherika. This is the one who the documentary is about. And she was on her story one time and she was just saying, she was just like, you got to get used to being able to see a burning house and not running inside of it. You have to. And that also doesn't mean that you don't care. Like I'll call for help. I can call the fire department, but I can't run into the house with you. I can't put myself in that position. And I remember when she said that, and that shit just really stuck with me because I'm like, yo, I was always trying to run into the burning house, always, you know? And shit, let me tell you something. I would run in the house that's burning, and the person I'm trying to save, they make it out, and my ass is the one that's now stuck inside. And I'm like, damn, that used to always happen to me. 20s, 30s, you know. What's up, Tamika? What's going on? How you doing? It's good to see you. I used to think I was an empath, but nah, I have to cut people off because it's a lot to deal with. And that's the thing, like, I don't feel like I got to cut people off. It's just that if you continue to put yourself in certain situations, I can definitely distance myself from you. Because the thing about it is, I have to remember some people are just not equipped or just haven't really had that awakening to really like resolve certain things, or they don't have certain skills to help them get through certain things, but they're still amazing people. That's just one part of them that they're struggling with. It doesn't make you a bad person. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it really depends on the friendship. You know what I mean? Like it depends on the overall feel of the friendship. Don't get me wrong. Some people are just they're just vampires in terms of draining every person that is around them. That's just who they are by nature. And then some people aren't, they're trying to navigate some very choppy waters. Some people are navigating very, very choppy waters, but they're trying though. They're putting in the effort to really get past the things that they're experiencing. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they want to stay in the burning house. Oh yeah, right. 21 and experiencing that, finding better people to be around. My ass bringing water inside. That's like the smart, very, very smart. I'm quick to cut people off. That's why I lost friends. Me too. It took me a long time to figure out that I don't have to, and that's what I didn't. They will not. I don't even. Where? Hi, Muffin Booty. Why I don't see? Oh, there she go. What's up, honey? But yeah. Now let me ask y'all, the people who, when y'all cut people off, let me ask you, when you cut people off, have you communicated to them why you needed things to change, or things that bothered you, or things that you felt like could be different in the friendship? Or did you just cut them off because things mounted up that you didn't talk about and you were just like, I can't do this anymore? And then you just kind of cut them off and went on about your way or whatever. Like how has your experience been with in terms of like cutting people off? Not me. That's why I rub on myself. I have once before. I also realized that whatever their problem is might be their problem to solve. No, I just cut them off and don't tell them why. So you've never said anything to them. I made it to the live. Yeah. What's up, Jemiah? What's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. It depends. I've had too many times where someone thought I was attacking them or coming at them wrong, so I silently pull back or away. I feel that because some people aren't ready for that conversation. Some people aren't ready for constructive criticism. Some people aren't ready for feedback. It's a lot of people, because I used to be this person as well, who really felt like that ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm good. Like I'm a good person. I ain't got no problems. I bring a lot to the table. I'm open minded. I care about others. Like there's not much for me to have that I have to work on. And which really was a sign that I was super disconnected from myself, because I'm living, what world do I live in to think that I don't have problems or things that I can work on? Like all of us have things. There's always something you can work on. Always. Now, whether you do or not is different. But yeah, like I was living in La La Land thinking that I was perfect, honestly. I'm pretty blunt, but if I'm that upset to cut you off, you will definitely know why. And even when I do say something, they promise to change and don't. Yeah, change behavior is really the best gift that we can give to anybody, including ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like when you change your behavior, you know, when you change your behavior, it takes you have to have a high level of awareness to change your behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be better, and then you just pop up and you're better. It's the awareness of like this thing happened, this is why it's happening, this is the root of how I got here, and then you have to make that effort to change your behavior, which is not an overnight thing. You know what I'm saying? But I also think that people on the receiving end can see that you're trying to change your behavior, even if you're not good at it the first couple of times that you try. You know, because undoing is not easy. If I've been doing something one way for 41 years, right, 41 years of life, I've been doing something one way, and somebody brings it to my attention, and I'm like, damn. I think about it. I understand where they're coming from. It makes a lot of sense the way that they talk to me about it. Um, and trying to undo that is not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy at all. Um, yeah, and that's not my problem. I'm communicating to you why, and you thinking it's an attack. Okay. That's true. People got to be open. Like the thing about it is that's why it's so important to make sure you have the right people in your life, so that okay, if you have people in your life that you're competing with, that you're constantly, comparing notes and keeping score and all that kind of shit, right? Every conversation you have is going to be defensive because we don't have a solid friendship, because that's not what friendship is about. But when you have the right people in your corner, people who are truly your friends, where you're a friend to them, they're a friend to you, there's reciprocity, we have a great foundation. Um, you have that two-way street, you know what I'm saying? And everything is all love. This person has no malice in their heart towards what they're trying to say to you and what it is you're trying to say to them. So, and you keep continue to create and like nurture that environment of anything can be said, you know? Any of my friends can pick up the phone right now and tell me about myself. And I want to know. I want to know because I do want to be better. And my friends will play a significant role in me being better. Also, with Lisha, as someone that I'm in a relationship with, I'm sure there's things that she's about me that she needs to bring to my attention. And she has. There's things she said to me that I'm like, damn, I never even thought about it like that. I never even saw it like that. Because my lens I can only see things so far. You get what I'm saying? So I have to rely on the people who are in my life to help me, expand that view. You know what I mean? So, um, I set boundaries as they didn't respect them, so they know exactly why I cut them off. Okay. I'm tired of folks, so I don't even try. I don't like hearing about myself. It hurts. Oh yeah, it definitely does. It don't feel good at all. It don't feel good at all. It doesn't feel good, but there's a lot of benefit in hearing about yourself though. You know? I remember I used to be very defensive. I used to just want to walk away, you know. And it's like who do you think you are to tell me about me? How do you know about me? I know me. I'm me, you know. But it's like exactly, Rhonda. I can only see so far. You know what I mean? Like we all have blind spots. All of us do. All of us do some things that are just not quite right, you know. And I want to be able to correct my behavior. I have a lot of work to do. I do. I have a lot of work to do. I'm sure I do. And that's just life though, ongoing. You constantly making changes. But again, I think that I don't have a problem hearing about myself because I have the right people in my life that will have a conversation with me, and it's not a place of malice. They want the best for me. They pick the right time to have the conversation because you can't have these conversations at any time, right? You know what I mean? Like if I come to Lisha and I tell her I just got fired from my job, and that's what I lead with. I'm telling her like, babe, I'm going through it. I just lost my job. That's not the right time for her to tell me about myself. You got to find the right timing on when to deliver something so that somebody can actually be receptive to what it is you're saying. So that's why communication is so complex, because sometimes people want to say whatever whenever, and you really got to have the right environment for it, honestly. That's why I started looking at things from different point of view from everyone. Yeah, different perspectives is very helpful. Even if I don't understand your perspective, no, I can understand your perspective but it not be my perspective. But I can be like, okay, I see how you got there. I can take hearing about myself, if it's said correctly, if the person is angry at the time and telling you all the stuff they dislike, it ain't good. Yeah, it's true. I wish people would tell me more often about myself, but they be scary. Okay, so why are they scared though? Have you created an environment where do you think that you've created an environment where they can come and talk to you about yourself? Or, do you feel like you've been defensive in the past? Do you give an attitude when somebody wants to tell you about yourself? Because that's the thing too. We still got to we're part of the environment. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to feel comfortable enough to say something to us. Are you part of the reason that they're scared to tell you stuff? You know, that's the thing too. So for me, it's like, self-reflection and awareness, man, that shit'll change everything. It really will. I thought about so many times in my life where I've been the bad guy. And for so long, I thought I was the good guy. And it just ain't it's not always like that. Yeah, I get that about a person being angry, but yeah, when the truth really comes out, I can take care of. Oh yeah. hmm So yeah, I think it just really depends on anything can be said to anybody. I believe in that. Anything can be said to anybody, but it is about, the relationship and how you say it and when it's said. That's important. I think so. So yeah, we all got work to do. But again, whether we do it or not is up to us. Cause I feel like I'm annoying. You said when it happens, so I can work on it. But most of the time, these things come up in an argumentative situation. But that's also why it's important too to say things real time. You know what I'm saying? Versus allowing something to sit and fester for 6 months or a year. So I feel like a lot of arguments can be prevented. And it's like you going off on me because you're mad at 6 months worth of shit that you never said anything about, right? So had you said something when it first happened, we wouldn't be arguing. We'd be having a conversation. Now, there might be a disagreement. I may not agree on what you're talking about or what you're bringing up, but I feel like a lot of arguments are really fueled by people not saying anything. They're just sitting on the sidelines, just like taking score and notes about shit that's happening and not talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So real time is important. So I'm telling you, like I've said this before. It's people in the world that should be together that are like they are could be a perfect match for each other, but people just refuse to have real time conversations. They blowing up on each other, and that can come off as disrespectful. It's this, you don't value me, you don't do this, you don't do that, blah 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 blah. That's what it comes off as. It's like we this could never work because you da 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 da. And it's all of this shit is happening just because you didn't want to talk to me 6 months ago when this first happened. You allowed it to happen 7 more times before you finally got fed up and talked to me, right? So that's what happens. So I really do try to have real time conversations, and I have to even like check myself to make sure that I'm like delivering it in the right way and not being upset when I say certain things that bother me or just aren't right or make me feel some kind of way. Because here's the thing too. Sometimes I might just be in my feelings about something, but I still want to have a conversation about it because it's bothering me. And it's like, okay, cool. I put this on your radar that I have a problem with this, or this made me feel some kind of way. But now we can have an open discussion, and you could tell me, and then maybe something that the person says get clarifies everything and helps me get out of my feelings. You know what I'm saying? So my mom blew up at me yesterday. I apologize. She's still mad. That hurts. I feel you. I hate when I get into it with my mom. It's only been a couple times, but baby, that shit does not feel good when we ain't on the same page or we ain't talking. I hate that shit so much. So I feel you. I feel you. Do you feel like your mom owed you the apology, or did you just say sorry to smooth things out, or do you feel like your mom owed you the apology? It's easier said than done when you're arguing. You say stuff you don't mean sometimes. Oh yeah, I know. Don't I know it? But that's also sometimes why it's good to before you bring something up to like really check in with yourself though. Like try to check yourself because you got to keep in mind there's a lot of consequences when you get into an argument and you start saying a whole bunch of shit you can't take back. Sometimes sorry ain't gonna smooth that shit over. You know what I'm saying? You'll fuck around and lose the love of your life because you done started and now you not let me not limit it to love. You can lose a lot of things by things that you say. So I really do try to like check in with myself and like woosah, breathe through it real quick before I say what needs to be said. You know what I mean? But I do want to stand my ground and stand up for myself for things that bother me or hurt me or whatever. Bring it to somebody's attention. But you really got to tread lightly, I feel like, in an argument. You know what I mean? Because again, a lot of things can be said that, you start, because think about it. How many times have you been in an argument, right? Or whatever, whatever you want to call it, and you've said something that was so personal, so sensitive, so private to this person, and you threw it in their face, right? So now this person's in a position where they feel like they can't even trust you to tell you certain things because you gonna throw it in my face and use it against me. So I just think it's really important to be prepared to be prepared as you go into addressing things. You know what I'm saying? And I know, again, easier said than done. This has been a lot of time and a lot of work and effort on my part. So I get it. She owes me an apology, but I doubt it. I get that, but why would you think the way to begin with? That's why I would tune out my brother when he brought up shit from a decade ago or even before I was born. Like that is draining. And sometimes you have to just not even get engaged. You know what I'm saying? Because some people gonna try to get you to, they're gonna try to get you to get into an argument with them, but it really depends on you just being like, I'm good. I don't have the energy for that shit. I ain't on that. Excuse me, I'm not on that shit you on. I don't argue. I go away and calm down the way I can talk respectfully and really get out what I need to say. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. I hate being angry and wasting all that energy. I have to calm myself down for a day. I hate arguing. I hate going back and forth. I hate trying to raise my voice over you. Like I hate trying to make sure I'm right. Like all of it. It's just a lot that go into having an argument with somebody. Hi, Rhonda. Yep, that's exactly how my ex lost me. People, man, people. Because the thing about it is, people take off the gloves. You know what I'm saying? They take off the gloves in some arguments, and it's like, if you give me a jab, a little jab, I'm trying to hit you with an uppercut. You know what I'm saying? Like if you do me one way, I'm trying to outdo you with the next hit. So now you start bringing shit up that was told to you in confidence or whatever, and it's like, yo, you feel bad once the argument is over. And guess what? Sometimes sorry ain't gonna fix that shit. It's not. I gotta cook, so I'm about to leave. About to love you, Rhonda, and everyone in the chat. I love you too, Paula. Thank you for coming through and hanging out. Appreciate you being here. I used to argue when I was younger, but I ain't got that. I ain't got time for that. Me either. But I'm down to have a very difficult and uncomfortable conversation for sure. I'm always open to that. And he feeds off arguing, so I know it hurts him more when I'm saying, when I say nothing. Is it a bruh? A bruh? I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. So my daughter is 19 and her girlfriend has a baby that's 9 months and her girlfriend is 23. My daughter has been there the whole time since the baby's been born, but they fight every day. What do I do with them? It gets really bad at times and just don't know what to do to help them. I mean, they both are young. They both are very young, so I don't know. I guess I guess it depends on what they're arguing about. What are they arguing about? It takes a lot for me to argue, but if you get to me that get me to that point, I'm ready to fight. I don't have time to talk. I understand that too. I do. Oh, I gotta wash my hair. I'm about to wash my hair as soon as I'm done with this live. All right, I'm about to ask y'all some would you rather questions real quick, y'all. And then I'm gonna wrap the live up so I can go wash my damn hair. You name it, they're fighting about it. I mean, 19 is young. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still trying to get to know yourself, let alone trying to be in a serious relationship with a child involved, to be honest. Um, I don't know. I don't even know. I have no idea what to suggest, you know. Do they understand their wants and needs? Do they feel like they're fulfilling each other's wants and needs? Um, I don't know. It's a lot. That's why I try to calm down before I say anything. That's not a good environment for that little baby if they argue all the time. Exactly. It's definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, if they fighting about every little thing, that's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. They could a break could be good. A break could definitely be good because that's not good for the baby at all. And it's not good for them to just be arguing back and forth. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I got 10 would you rathers real quick. Okay. Would you rather? Wait, what? Hold on, yo.
Let's say the phone too hot.
No, it was saying something. I got liquid in my phone or something in my connector. I, I don't see how that's possible.
Me either. And it'll dry out.
Oh, there we go. Mm. Damn, that's crazy. No, I got this message from my on my phone. What did it say? Yep, they fighting about every little thing. Da, 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 da. If you're concerned, say so. Your daughter. Thank you for helping. Lisha when she came fast. No, for real, she did. What's up, Heaven? What's going on? Good to see you. All right. Would you rather be isolated in the middle of nowhere or live on the same street with all of your family? Would you rather be isolated in the middle of nowhere or live on the same street with all of your family? What's up, Lasagna? I'm definitely going middle of nowhere. I love my family, but baby, I could not imagine all of us living on the same street. Mm-mm. I can't imagine that because I'm thinking about everybody, y'all. Like it's some people I would be cool living on the same street with, but not everybody. Hell no. I'd rather be isolated and just drive in to visit everybody. Everybody else can live on the same street, and I'll drive into town to come see y'all. What's up, Shakita? I can't be isolated. I have too much anxiety. I'm cool with isolation. As long as I got a car, I could do it. Live on the same street as my family. Like I said, because I also feel I'm thinking about all the people that would be popping up all the time on some bullshit. Because again, I'm thinking about my all of my mom's side, all of my dad's side, everybody, and it's a big ass family. Nope. I'm cool. I can't deal with the pop ups. The this, the that. Always need help. Ain't nothing wrong with needing help. That I don't want to make it seem like needing help is a bad thing because it's not. I'm talking about there comes a time when you have to help yourself first. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I love my family. Love, 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 love. And again, it's some people I would love to be on the same street as. That would be great. We'd have a great time. It'd be great. But then some people, not so much. And it only takes a few people to really mess up everything, honestly. She said, I'm cool by myself. I'll drive in. I'll drive in. I will drive in. All right. Would you rather, when I move, I'm giving people my P.O. box. Would you rather not be able to control your spending or not be able to control your laughter? Would you rather not be able to control your spending or not be able to control your laughter? None of my family is gonna bother me. I won't play none of that. But isolating mean we there alone. You're just far away from your family. Like you might be 10 miles away from them. Everybody else may live close proximity, but it takes you a little while to get to them. You know what I'm saying? Not only house type shit, but like, you have neighbors. It may not be, the house right next door, but it's a couple other houses or apartment buildings on the same street as you, but it's kind of spread out a little bit. You know what I mean? I need privacy. I say because I can't stand my dad. All right. So would you rather my brother used to pop up at my first apartment? The second time he did that, I didn't answer the door. He said he heard you watching TV. All right. So would you rather not be able to control your spending or not be able to control your laughter? I definitely got to go with fuck. I gotta go with laughter. I gotta go with laughter because there has to be some control with the money. But I'm thinking about the flip side of it. You will laugh at everything, everything. So bad news, um, health stuff, somebody pass away and a crisis, everything. You laughing at everything. That's the downside too, because I would feel bad that I'm laughing at shit like that. Um, but the spending, I can't just be out here just spending and buying anything. All right. Would you rather work 4 days a week? So you have a 3 day weekend every weekend. Would you rather work 4 days a week or work 2 months straight and have 1 month off? So you work 2 months at a time and have a month off. So 4 days a week or 2 months, 2 months of work and 1 month off. She said, I already laugh when I'm uncomfortable. A lot of people do. A lot of people do. 4 days. I think I would go 4 days too. It would be nice having a month off, but 2 months, I would be too burnt out. So being able to have a 3 day weekend every weekend, that's dope. I'll be able to do like staycations and getaways. Let's see. So if Thursday night I would fly somewhere and come back like early Monday, then go to work or something. I don't know. Those future months ain't promised. I need my time off now. Now that's a good point, Heaven. That's a good point. I will go with a 4 day week. 4 day for me. Yeah, I couldn't imagine working 2 months. Like I said, a month is nice, but I'm good. Having 3 days off is nice. All right. Would you rather commute 60 miles a day round trip, so 30 there, 30 back? Would you rather commute sixty miles a day round trip for $200,000 or work from home and make $125,000? Would you rather commute 60 miles a day round trip for $200,000 or work from home and make $125,000? I work from home. I work from home because honestly, I had the time and energy to have other businesses anyway. I'll have the time, the energy, to like the interest to run other businesses to make more money. So I'm going to work from home. She said 200,000 gonna go straight to gas. I agree. I agree. And I want to be able to cook my own meals because I feel like commuting, I'm spending money on gas, food, because I'm gonna buy groceries and still eat out. I know I am. I'm probably gonna be going to happy hour all the time too, because I swear to God, any place I ever worked, we was always at happy hour all the time. So I'd rather go 125. What's up, Adri? What's going on? How you doing? Work from home, I can make more money with that commute time. Exactly. All right. Would you rather have a significant other that's able to hear your thoughts or a significant other that can hear your phone conversations? Would you rather have a significant other that can hear your thoughts or have a significant other that has the ability to hear your phone conversations? Shit. I'm gonna go phone conversations because my mind be all over the place. I'm definitely going conversation. I'll be thinking about all kind of shit. She probably will be like, "Girl, what?" I don't be talking about it on the phone anyway. Sometimes I think sometimes I think things I would never say. Phone conversations. I won't be talking on the phone much. Phone conversations easy. Phone all day. I might be thinking about some freaky shit, creepy shit. Like it's all a mess. My shit be all over. It's everywhere. Thinking about some shit right now. I mean, do we ever stop thinking? I feel like I'm always thinking. All right. Would you rather date someone with bad table manners or date someone who doesn't have tact? Would you rather date somebody with bad table manners or somebody that doesn't have tact? Okay. And tact is the ability to tell the truth in a way that considers other people's feelings and their reactions. Well, I like your would you rather's. They're good. Oh, thank you, Heaven. I wrote these out before I went live. Would you rather date somebody with bad table manners or somebody that does not have tact? I'm gonna have to go with bad table manners because you can't just be saying anything, you know. Because I also feel like something I tell you in confidence, and we end up being around certain people. Now you talking a whole bunch of shit that you ain't supposed to tell nobody. Like, nah, table manners. But they ass staying home. We might not go out that often, for sure. If you have really bad table manners, table manners that could be taught. Or that could be taught. That's true. All right. Would you rather? Would you rather date somebody who's self-centered or date someone who lacks self-esteem? Would you rather date someone who's self-centered or date someone who lacks self-esteem? Self-centered or self-esteem? Fuck. Mm, shit. Uh, Mm. I guess I'm gonna go with self-esteem. I couldn't imagine being with somebody that's constantly consumed with themselves the entire time and can't think about nobody else. So you concerned about yourself, your affairs, your this, your that. Nah, that would be tough. I would hope that me having self-esteem can help them. And I would also, do my best to try to help build them up with their confidence and hopefully it can help them with their self-esteem. I mean, self-esteem, the definition of it is you're preoccupied with yourself and your affairs. So, I mean, you probably can do stuff for other people, but not often, you know? Damn, that's actually hard. I'm gonna go with self-centered though. Self-esteem means they lack self-value. And then the definition of self-esteem, the definition of self-esteem. Self-esteem definition is confidence in one's own worth and abilities. Self-respect. Fuck, that's hard. Well, shit, most people are self-centered then. I mean, a lot of people are already. Yeah. I'm gonna stay single. I'm sorry, I can't do either self-esteem because I couldn't date nobody self-centered. We would be fighting. I would be like, "Nigga, go get this." All right. The next one is: would you rather be paid $10,000 a month for the rest of your life, or cash out and take $200,000 right now, tax free? Would you rather have $10,000 be paid $10,000 a month for the rest of your life, or take $200,000 right now, tax free? I'm going 10K. I'm gonna go 10K because I'm like, shit, that's already 120 in 1 year. So, and God willing, I think I'm gonna exceed $200,000. So I'm gonna go 10K. 10K, and I better live long and strong. 10K hands down. Okay, everybody saying 10K. Okay. All right. Would you rather have a chef or a housekeeper? I don't even know about that one. No, 10K is not taxed. It's 10K flat every month. Would you rather have a chef or a housekeeper? I don't know if I would want a chef or a housekeeper. I don't know. I mean, I enjoy cooking more than I do cleaning, so I guess it'll be a housekeeper. Either get the fuck out of my get the fuck out of my house. I like cooking, so I definitely am gonna go housekeeper. Yeah, and then I can have yeah. But then a chef will that would be that's the other thing too. Is like if as I whatever I'm on, whatever I want to eat, they know how to prepare. You know what I mean? Because it's like I feel like I can only cook certain stuff. I have so many things to learn in terms of food, but still I think I'm gonna go housekeeper. Because even the things I want to learn to do to learn how to make, I can watch videos and read books and learn how to do it. So, but I'm gonna go housekeeper. I work too much to really do either. I gotta be with a cooker because I love to clean. I'm a cleaner for sure. Cooking is like my worst. She says my worst nightmare. I feel you. I used to hate cooking too. I used to hate it. And my food used to be dry. And my dad would be so quick to let me know that my food was dry. He'd be like, Rhonda, this is dry. Like he would tell me immediately. Okay. Like my shit, I don't even think my food looked pretty, but he was like, this shit is dry. I used to always forget steps. Always. Like the first time I fried chicken, I did not put it in flour. It wasn't coated in nothing. I just threw it in the grease. And I remember that day too. Like my mama I was calling her every 5 minutes at work that day. Like, all right, mama, I took the chicken out. It's thawed out. What I got to do? And I kept on calling every 5, 10 minutes to check in. Like, okay, I need to put this seasoning on it. I got to do this. I got to do that. We talked about it all day about how to fry this chicken all day long. And I still forgot to put it in the flour. Completely just forgot. My mama came home and was like, Rhonda, something look wrong. Like your chicken look off. Like, like good job that it looks done, but something looked like it's missing. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot the flour. Yeah, no, I think chicken just in general is a skill. Like knowing how to grill it, saute it. Like, cause chicken is like, you can't undercook that shit, but it's so easy to overcook it, you know? I still need to read the instructions when I cook hamburger helper. That's okay. How did you begin perfecting your craft cooking skills? Honestly, I took the pressure off myself in terms of cooking. I took the pressure off of it because I always felt like with a recipe, you got to stick to it for it to be good, and that's not really true. I started looking at recipes as a foundation of a meal, but really I could put whatever kind of creativity I want to put into it. So I really started allowing myself to explore and try things and to get it wrong. That was what it was. I freed myself from the pressure of getting it right, because you're not going to perfect it the first time. So I think that's what it was. And then I got a chance to really, really incorporate my own creativity. Like when I got into like plating and like colors and like balancing out your plate, like I just started having fun with it, and like not being like, oh my God, it only said 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. I put a tablespoon and a half. It ain't going to make a difference. Honestly, probably not. You know what I'm saying? So I think I took the pressure off myself. Hey, Kimberly. Should have turned it into hot wings. I sure should have. Not gonna lie. I'll give you dry ass chicken because I be scared as fuck of the color pink. I can't do pink in my meat, Lord. That shit's still alive in my. It is a skill. I'm glad that I have a deep fryer, but it takes too much time for me, so I got to be craving it. Only thing you have to be a little yes, baking for sure is accurate. And that's why I don't know how to bake. I don't even mess around with baking. I leave that to the people that I leave it to everybody else that's into it, but I haven't even really tried to bake. But like with cooking, I just try to. Cause I don't fucked a lot of stuff up. That's the thing. But it's like at least messing it up, I'm like, oh, okay. I left this in too long. So now I know next time to take it out maybe 5 minutes sooner. Or I put a little bit, this was a little too salty, or whatever. So it's just like really playing around in the kitchen, in my opinion. I wish I could bake, just not the patience for it. Don't have the patience for it. Rhonda, your skin is looking fabulous. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you so much. I've been in the kitchen making so much from scratch, trying to be on my mom vibes. It's nice. That's dope. I always wonder why cookers say they hate baking. I guess it truly is a whole other ball game. I thought it would be easier. Nah, you got to be super accurate with baking for sure. Like definitely. Yes, you have to be. But I got to mop my floors. I love to mop. I just love the smell. I've had these moments where I really, really love cleaning up, but I'm not. I love straightening stuff up. Like I ain't got no problem doing like cleaning. You know what I'm saying? But I still would prefer to cook. Yeah, I gotta go figure out what's going on my phone, and I gotta go wash my hair, which I'm not so excited about. And when it says add baking soda, you can't skip that. You can't. You cannot. You cannot. Thank you guys for coming to hang out and hearing my story time. And we got a chance to have a good conversation after that. And then we did Would You Rather. So therapeutic to me. I love cleaning it. I love cleaning. I put on a podcast and go. That's what I do when I cook. Put on a podcast and just go. Like when that's how I made my chili the other day. I was just winging it and it turned out so good. Um, but anyways, all right, y'all finna go figure out my phone, go wash my hair, take a shower, and twist my hair. I'm not happy about that, but it has to be done. Oh, I thought you just got here. I missed the story time. Say this live. Y'all leave it up. Yeah, I've been on for an hour and 4 minutes. Heaven, that the story time was the first thing I told in the beginning. I really enjoyed the lives. I'm glad you do them. Oh, thank you, Dash. I appreciate that. I love coming to hang out with y'all. And I was like, I gotta go live. I said I'm gonna be way more consistent this month after my break. Now that my break is over, I really want it to be over. So I'm like, if I don't put a video out, I'm gonna at least try to go live. That's my goal for this month. Needed the live. Thank you. Thank you, Tater. That I appreciate you coming through and hanging out. Hey Joe. We missed you. YouTube ain't tell me shit. YouTube ain't messing with me when it comes to the live. They sending out the video notifications, but not the live notifications. So I do try to post it on my story. I mean, not my story, the community tab for anybody that didn't get notification. So I'm mad I didn't get this notification. Man, Nisha, it was a good live too. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Bye, Aaliyah. I've been working so much. I ended this live. I missed them. Have a good evening. Everybody have a good night. Hope you guys Enjoy the rest of the week. I'm gonna be putting more videos out. I'm putting a video out tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow on Friday as well. I notice how you're not trying to have your back against the forest. The deers are not gonna get you, Rhonda. No, I sat over here. No, I like sitting over. That's my preferred seat. But Honey was over there doing something when I started the live, so I'm sitting here instead. We saw some deer earlier today when we came back from the gym. I need a bat signal for your lives. I mean, YouTube, what's up? The people say they want notifications. Can I get notifications sent out, please? Like, I mean, I'm just asking for a little small favor. Whatever. Can y'all reset my channel or something? I don't know. But I would love it if notifications went out. I want y'all to get them. A lot of y'all have the notifications that y'all want them. They just don't go out. I don't know why. So, anyways, have a good night, everybody. It was good seeing y'all. For those that just came in, I'm sorry that I missed you. I'm gonna leave the live up, so run it back, y'all. Run it back and check out the story time. And then we had some really good conversation after that too. No, I'm not on Twitch. I am not on Twitch. I'm not on Twitch. So, all right, y'all. Have a good night. I will see y'all very soon. And thank you for coming to hang out. Bye, y'all. I love you. Take care. Be safe, y'all. And give the live a thumbs up if you haven't done so. It's good to see you too. Y'all have a good one. Take care. Bye, y'all. It was good talking and chilling.